Aisha, Beau here, and thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. As you can see, my hair is freshly washed and I'm about to do a twist out. So this is actually my first twist out in over a year. Like, I can't remember the last time I did a twist out on my hair. I don't know why. I feel like I just have these phases sometimes where I'm like not in the mood for a twist out or the twist out look, where I'm doing them so much that I start to like hate how my hair looks. I don't know. I just start like wanting a new look, so I just start doing wash and goes again, or I'll get braids or something. I actually didn't even get braids at all this year so far. I'm gonna get braids for my retreat, but yeah, I didn't even get braids once this summer. I was just very boring. So I didn't even mention I'm using my favorite leave-in conditioner, the Kinky Curly Not Today leave-in. Y'all know me. I am definitely someone who believes in if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If your hair loves it, keep it around. I ordered that product K18. I hope that's the name of it, but K18. I've been like seeing it on TikTok. Well, first off, somebody left a comment. One of you left me a lovely comment asking or telling me that I should do something on K18, and I kept it in mind, but then I randomly like came across a video of somebody using it, and I was like, oh, this is that thing that somebody was telling me about. So I watched the video, and it's actually supposed to help reverse your hair from heat damage. So I ordered it. I don't have it yet. I know you probably got excited like, whoop, K18 review. Not yet. So it's on the way, and when it comes, I am gonna do a review of it. It should hopefully be here like by this weekend. So I'll obviously not wash my hair for like 7 days. So next weekend, I'm gonna shoot myself using the K18, seeing if it works, because the heat damage that I have in the front of my hair, it's growing out, which is good, and I got like a really good cut back in February that helped to get rid of a lot of the hairs, and I need to actually get a trim soon to keep you know, taking away the heat damage or cutting out the heat damage. But you know, it's still not as tightly coiled as my hair used to be in the front. So I will definitely be using it, and I pray that it works. If not, it's fine. I'm gonna just keep on trimming my hair and letting it grow back out and crying myself to sleep. Right, so I've sectioned my hair off. As you can see, it's been sectioned off since I was in the shower. That just makes styling so much easier. Put in my leave-in conditioner. Now I'm gonna use this as my styling product. It is the, let me put it straight. It is the Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie. Just gonna go through and twist my hair, and we're gonna have a little chit chat. I mean, that's pretty much what I've been doing anyways. So I am coming off of New York Fashion Week. A lot of y'all who have, if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you know that before I went full-time as an influencer, I actually used to be a fashion publicist. And so I was working with a number of different clothing, accessory brands, ranging from like luxury to, you know, to fast fashion, all the things. And or like startups. I don't really work with any fast fashion brands, did I? Well, like startup brands. I worked in fashion for a very, very long time, and I have worked a lot of New York Fashion Weeks. I never really got to like enjoy Fashion Week as much, unless it was like way after hours and like it was a somewhat early night, meaning I could leave at like 9 o'clock, but I would still have to be in the office again. I may go to a party or something here and there, but I've never really gotten to like just experience Fashion Week as, you know, someone who is a guest of or like invited to specific events and whatnot. So I was super excited this year because I was starting to get invited to some events for Fashion Week. And although I am a very fashionable person, I can put together wonderful looks. I don't necessarily consider myself to solely be a fashion influencer. I really consider myself to be more of like a lifestyle influencer. So getting invited, I was just pleased, you know, regardless. The experience for me was interesting. I say that it was interesting for A few reasons, because you know I keep it real here on YouTube. I tell y'all my secrets that I don't share on my other platforms. Before my birthday, I was having like birthday blues. I was excited for my birthday, but I was like, there have just been like some issues with my my engagement and things like that on Instagram that have been like pissing me off, and just like brands acting crazy when it comes to actually paying me my rate these days. So I've been feeling like just a little bit down, like slight low self-esteem about like the type of content that I'm producing, if I'm still relevant, if people even care about me anymore. And so going to Fashion Week, I was like, all right, you know what, just go with a positive attitude, you'll be fine, you know, this is great, you're getting invited, yada yada yada. And it was interesting because a space that I felt like was supposed to be uplifting, exciting, and reaffirming of the fact that I am doing fine and I'm doing a great job didn't quite live up to those standards. Like I said, I'm not a specifically fashion influencer, so I didn't expect to get invited to like a bunch of runway shows or anything. But like the other events, I definitely expected to be invited to more of them, especially from some brands that I have worked with before, and I didn't. So I was a little bit disappointed in that, but I was like, Aisha, you did not get invited to any Fashion Week events last year. So just, you know, be grateful for the fact that you're making strides and you're making progress. Like, I was super excited. I planned my outfits and got myself together, all the things. And let me tell you, the energy that I was met with, you know what, let me preface it by saying this. The negative energy did not come from the brands, the people throwing the events. It came from other influencers. And other Black influencers specifically. I've always been in spaces with like Black creators where it's like love, it's all love. Like Essence Fest was amazing. It was like I think you know what it is. I knew Fashion Week was like this, but because Essence Fest was such good energy, I guess I forgot. I guess I forgot that Fashion Week can be a little catty. So this is the first day, Wednesday, at an event. So I asked my friend who's a photographer who takes like all my pictures. He took my birthday pictures, Steve. I asked him to meet me at this event that I was invited to. And I need to pay attention while I'm doing this. And I asked him to meet me at this event I was invited to so he could take my photo. I told my friend Aisha to like meet me outside so we could both get our photo taken, etc. And so as he and I are walking to go take my pictures before we go into the event, I see an influencer who, okay, I'm spilling tea today. So this influencer, I've seen her at a number of events. We've been in the same space many times. But not like, it was never a situation where we had to speak to each other, or like either of us had to go out of our way to speak to each other. We don't know each other. I follow her. She follows me now, but she didn't previously. But every time I had seen her at events, she was kind of recluse and didn't talk to anybody and was like always just like in and out, or just like in a corner and not speaking to anyone. So I already knew this about her. And so I was like, me and my sensitive self, I was like, I don't know if this is somebody that I really want to go out of my way to, you know, speak to or get to know, because I don't really think that she wants to get to know anyone. I've always just avoided her. And we were at a brand event, and it was more close quarters, and we happened to be sitting near each other. I introduced myself. I told her that I follow her, etc., etc. I'm trying not to give too much away. And she was like, oh, what's your name? What's your handle? So I gave her my Instagram handle at the event. And it's not like we talked all night or anything, but we acknowledged each other's presence. We smiled at each other a few times throughout the event. There may or may not have been some small talk, whatever. I do recall myself even saying goodbye to her at the end of the event. I'm saying all this to say, the person is well aware of what I look like. Maybe they don't remember my name, even though they follow me. Maybe they don't remember my name, but they're well aware of what I look like, and we definitely had a conversation. So I'm walking outside of this event to go take photos with my photographer, and I see her, and she's with 2 other prominent influencers who I follow as well, and who I would someday like to, you know, meet. And I said, hi, so-and-so to her and waved. I was like, I kind of like mustered up the strength to say hi, because I was like, I knew in my gut that there was potentially an opportunity for her to like switch things up on me. But I was like, no, like there were 2 parts of me that were like, no, there's no way that she would do that. Like, that's not gonna happen. So I say hi. I'm like, hi, so-and-so. Or I said, so-and-so, hi. And then she goes, hello. Y'all, she legitimately was like, hello. Like, who are you? Why are you saying hello to me? As I was saying hi, I kind of motioned toward her. And so I was like, all right, I hope you're doing well. And just kept walking. Y'all, when I tell you I was shocked, but then again, I shouldn't have been shocked. Because I just said, I knew that she was like this. And I played myself in that situation. I should have just kept it pushing. I should have just kept walking, acted like I didn't see her. But I'm just not fake, guys. I'm not fake. If we'd had a conversation before and I remember your name, or I remember that interaction, I would never, ever just like in a situation where we see each other and it's like we're walking past each other, I wouldn't just walk past you. Like, that's just not in my nature. But I should have just kept it pushing, y'all. I really should have just kept it pushing. So that was like the first situation, okay? You know, I let it roll off. Like, I actually did not allow that to ruin my night or anything. It was just weird. And I told my friends about it later, and they were like, girl, you know she weird. Why did you try? My influencer friends who are like privy of who she is, they're like, yeah, you know she's weird. Like, why would you try to say hi to her? So that was that. So the first day was, minus that interaction, for me, the first day of New York Fashion Week was fine. It was hot as hell. We were all out there sweating our asses off. Like, it was crazy. But I had the sense enough, because I looked at that forecast, I had the sense enough to not wear like fall attire. Because I sweat and I get cranky when I'm sweating and my makeup is messed up and I look crazy. So I made sure that I wore things that, you know, may not have been like true naked summer items, but definitely allowed me to have some breathing space. And the 2 events that I went to on the first day, they were great. They were so well put together. All the other influencers that I saw that I've met before or was meeting for the first time were so nice, so warm, and it was definitely like an exciting atmosphere. And I was like, oh yes, I definitely want more. I'm really excited. I can't wait to go to tomorrow's event. The next day I have one event, and this event I actually have to go to like by myself. The ones from the day before, I actually had like close influencer friends who were gonna like meet me there and stuff like that. So we got to actually hang out with each other. But the next day I was gonna go to this event by myself, and I was like, you know what, Aisha, you're a grown woman. You're older than a lot of these women here, so you need to go. So got dressed up, looked great. As soon as I got out of the Uber, they were trying to take my picture in front of the event. I was like, yes. So I get there, I go into the venue, I'm having a good time, looking around. It's a little awkward because I'm by myself, but I'm like, again, I'm grown, so I can do this. Going around, and then I see a familiar face. It's another influencer who I saw the night before and who I hung out with when I was in New Orleans. So I was excited because I was like, okay, good. Somebody I can at least chit chat to for a little bit. And the vibe was vibing. So we were like, all right, let's go take a picture together. Let's hang out. So we go, we take a picture. We're hanging out, we're chatting, we're taking photos, that kind of thing, like being each other's companion, which is nice. Then she's like taking my picture. And then these 2, they're YouTubers now. I actually don't even know who the girls are. I've never seen them before in my life, but I know they're YouTubers because they had their little vlog cameras with them. And so I was like, oh, okay, it's my people. So they like came over to say hi to the influencer that I was with, like completely ignored my presence, like ignored the fact that she was even in the middle of trying to take my picture. So much so that the influencer that I was with was like, oh, hold on, I'm trying to take her picture. Because they were like jumping in her face. She takes my pictures, and then as soon as she's done taking my pictures, like she barely could take them because the girls were like fiending to get there and talk to her. It was so weird. And they basically boxed me out of the conversation. Like literally boxed me out of the conversation. Mind you, I'm a tall girl. And yeah. I almost gave away some details about the other person, but yes, I'm a tall girl. And I was like, what is going on right now? Like they can see me clearly. And I looked cute. I don't understand what the issue was. And they were like boxing me out of the conversation, just like trying to talk to my friend. I like stood there for a little bit. It was pretty awkward. And because they were just like talking around me and not to me, like literally ignoring my presence. So I was like, whatever. I was like, all right, I'm grown up, but I'm fine. I can introduce myself. So I said, hi, I'm Aisha. And the girl looked like I threw off her whole, like she looked at me as though I walked in the middle of their conversation and jumped in front of her. She gave me a look, like just a shocked look. And she was like, hi, I don't even remember her name. And then we shook hands, and then I was like, and then it was silence. And I was like, I'm an influencer too. And then she was like, oh, where do you live? And I was like, I'm in New Jersey. I live right out here in New York. Like I go to New York events. And she was like, oh, okay. And then that was it. And her little friend was the same way, like very stank. And so I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, this is the second day that something like this has happened to me. So I stuck around in the conversation for like a little bit, and then my friend was like done talking to them, and then I just kind of like, I don't know, I just felt weird after that. And I was like, also I didn't come with this girl. She was so nice, she was great, but I was like, I didn't come with her. I don't feel like I need to just like keep following her around the room or anything. And so I was like, all right girl, I'll be back, I'm gonna go stand over there or something like that. I don't remember what I said. And she was like, okay, and like she was talking to somebody else. So I just walked away, and I think I ended up having another event to go to. My actual like influencer friend, she had hit me up to like join her at this other event. I was like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna be in the city. So I was like, I'll go with you. So it was very early, but I was like, well, I've seen everything I need to see at this presentation. I've taken photos of the actual clothes and the models. So I was like, I can just go, and if anything, I'll just go like maybe grab a glass of wine or something near the next venue where the next event is. So I just, called me a little Uber, and then I left. I just feel like it's very strange behavior to be invited to the exact same event as someone and to not acknowledge their presence when they're in the same vicinity as you and speaking to somebody that you have just come up to try to speak to. I think it's very rude. It was definitely annoying, and I could tell they weren't from New York, like not New York influencers. And I was like trying, because I've been doing a lot of therapy, just like over the past few years, I was trying not to size them up and be like, well, I'm better than you because of XYZ or this, that, and the third, and make that try to help boost my ego and make me feel better about the situation. Instead, I was just like chalking it up to they were just not nice. And it was an unfortunate situation to be in. So overall, the presentation was really, really nice, and it was really cool because there were like a lot of different like celebrities there and stuff, and also some of the Real Housewives of New York were at the event. So it was cool. I felt good about being there and like really excited that I got an invitation to go. That was fun, and I definitely tried to make sure that I remembered that and the reason for me going to the event and the positives of the evening, because it was very positive. It was a beautiful space and a beautiful event. So I was just like, people are trifling, but I can't let that get me down so bad. Whew. Okay, so I was like, let me pause for a second, because I feel like I can just like talk your ear off on just one side of hair and I will never be done. So I was like, let me get some done and then come back. So that was my day 2 of Fashion Week. I pretty much just had like 3 days of events that I was invited to, and then I actually ended up getting invited to something on Sunday, but I never went. I was just too tired, and I was like, I have seen enough. But so Friday I had another event. I was really excited about this event, and the event went very, very, very well. Like, it was a great time. Got to meet some people, or see some people, and see some people that I haven't seen since Essence Fest, or don't get to see that often, and connect and make some really good connections and whatnot. So that was cool. The one who was rude to me the first day happened to be at the event, but I avoided her like the plague. And not that she even noticed I was there, probably. So I'm talking to one influencer, right? And I'm like, happy birthday. I know it's your birthday today, whatever. And we're talking, we're literally chatting, having a good time. And then this one influencer, she's like a big influencer. She like walks over and like walks directly towards the person that I'm talking to. And she like looks at her and she's like, hey. And then the person I'm talking to says, hey. And she was like, oh my gosh, can you believe it? She was like, we're 3 Virgos. Like, she's a Virgo too, and points to me. And she's like, we're 3 Virgos. And then the other influencer literally does not look at me. Like, she does not look at me at all. Like, it looks like she's scared to like make eye contact with me, or like, not scared, but like, she's just like, I don't give a F who you're trying to show me here. I'm trying to come over and talk to you, and just like dismissing the fact that I'm there. So much so that the person was like, she said it again. She was like, we are all Virgos. And and like the girl acted like she didn't hear what she had just said. It was so weird. And she just like looked at her and she was like, okay, but still didn't acknowledge me, didn't acknowledge my presence, didn't look my way, shake my hand, ask me who I was or anything. And at that point, it was day 3. I had dealt with attitudes for 3 days. See, this is why I said I had to do some hair before I started talking again. At that point, it was day 3, and I was like, you know what? I'm not dealing with this. So I think, I can't remember how the convo ended, but I'm pretty sure I walked away. I was like, oh, I'm in line to get this thing, and kind of just like tipped off, because I was like, I'm not here for the foolishness, because you can simply just introduce yourself to somebody or acknowledge someone else's presence. I'm not about to, like, first off, we're invited to the same event. I am not just some random person off of the street who happened to sneak into the event just because I want to come in, and I don't even know what they're afraid is going to happen if they're nice to people or say hello to other people. When I find out, I'll let you know. Maybe they think I'm a soul thief or something like that. I don't know. But I was like, okay. And mind you, these are people, she's someone I don't know. I actually just started following her right before Fashion Week, because I saw she was gonna like, you know, do something during Fashion Week. And so I started following her, was not following her before. And so I was just like, this is just so strange. I thought this was a sisterhood. Like, it was very, very, very weird energy. And I just have to say, overall, I'm disappointed, because I feel like not overall, because it wasn't a majority of influencers being stank and mean and stuff like that. But I do also feel and know from hearing from my other friends that I'm not the only one who experienced this kind of behavior, or people acting like this during Fashion Week this year. So I'm just like, we already are dealing with brands not wanting to pay us as Black content creators, not wanting to bring us on their brand trips, do XYZ. Like, we have enough to fight against. We need to fight for inclusion. We need to fight for equal pay. We have so many things that are working against us. Why are we going to try to be mean and stank to each other? Believe it or not, being an influencer is a very lonely industry, because you know, unless you're someone who's fortunate enough to have like a full team already and whatnot, you're doing a lot of the things. A lot of your day-to-day is you by yourself. It's you behind a computer screen, a camera, a phone screen, and you're not really interacting with your peers. You have no coworkers, essentially. So I take these opportunities of going to brand events, brand trips, activations, things like that really seriously. And I'm excited, because I'm like, finally, I can be around people who understand what I'm going through, and who, you know, just really like get it, you know. So I thought it was a safe space, but you know, not always. And that, I think it was also a snowball effect from the fact that I was really, really, really worried about potentially having to cancel my retreat. And I was essentially like very much devastated about potentially having to cancel. And the reason why I almost had to cancel is because I didn't have enough signups and the deadline was like fastly approaching. I'm just like, I've been doing this for a really long time. I have built an engaged audience that I feel trusts me and that I love and that I enjoy making content for. And so I've just been really hard on myself lately because I was like, you can't just get X amount of people to sign up for a trip to go with you. And so I had a lot of conflicting internal thoughts about it, but overall I was really giving myself a hard time. I was like, Aisha, you've been doing this long enough. You can't get people to come and support you. You can't, you know, you're not good enough to host a retreat. Like I was just telling myself all sorts of crazy stuff in my head. And I mean, you know, talking to my therapist, talking to my mom, my friends, it definitely a big part of why, you know, I didn't have as many signups as I thought I was going to have is the trip is kind of close to the holidays and flight prices are insane these days and inflation is insane. Like people are, you know, essentially slowing down from spending so much money this summer. It's a lot of other factors outside of me that I've just been trying to tell myself are the reason for why, you know, I didn't get as many signups. But I'm human. And despite my efforts, I do have my moments, and there were definitely some moments where I still felt down about myself because of it. And I just so happened to be going to these New York Fashion Week events and being surrounded by my peers and feeling inferior given the interactions that I had and given the fact that I feel like I wasn't invited to as many things as I thought I would be, that kind of thing. So it snowballed, and I definitely wasn't feeling the most positive or happy following Fashion Week and like earlier this week and whatnot. But long story short, the retreat is still happening, and I also am excited because there's gonna be a special giveaway. I guess I can tell you now. I'm gonna announce it probably like tomorrow, or no, in 2 days from now, from when this video posts. But I will be partnering with a brand. I'm gonna wait till the contract is all signed and everything, but a brand is going to be sponsoring one of you to attend my trip. I'm gonna be doing a giveaway of a ticket to the trip, flight and hotel, or not just hotel, but flight and then the package, which I'm very, 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 very excited about because I really, really want to treat someone to being able to attend the retreat. And I want it to, you know, to be someone who definitely like needs this vacation and, you know, has reasons or circumstances in which or why they couldn't afford to XYZ, blah, blah, blah. But you'll find out more information when I share details on the giveaway in the next 2 days. But yeah, so everything worked out. And then the brand finally confirmed that they could also sponsor someone. So that made it work out even more. And it was definitely I really tried to keep the faith, but I definitely had my like very low moments. And it was, again, one of those situations where it's like, Aisha, just have faith that things are going to work out. You know, that was my big intention for this new year. And I feel like this was a huge eye-opening to that. And just like you said, keep the faith, stop worrying, things are going to work out. And they did. So that was how New York Fashion Week went. I am still having my retreat. It's almost the fall season, I guess. Well, it's winding down to fall, however you consider it. For me, it's not fall until the end of September, but we are, you know, getting there. And I'm just like taking note of these experiences, taking note of the way I feel, and continuing to work on myself and continuing to work on making sure that my self-esteem is better, that I'm feeling more confident, that I'm feeling more optimistic and faithful, because this is not going to be the last time that I'm going to experience these types of microaggressions. I think in the past I've mainly experienced these types of microaggressions from non-Black people, or non-Black women when it comes to like this stuff happening in the workplace for me. So that was what caught me the most off guard, but they ain't gonna get me twice, okay? That was the first and last time I will ever be made to feel small by any other person in my industry or any other person, period. Okay, so as you can see, I made sure to go ahead and do the rest of my hair because it's getting late. It's almost 9 o'clock and I like to be in bed at 10:30, so I need to get it together. And I haven't eaten dinner yet, oh my God. And my period started today, so I'm feeling really, really crampy. So I was like, Aisha, you need to just shut your trap and focus on doing your hair. As mentioned, this is like my first time doing a twist out this entire year. And so I haven't done one yet with my curly cut and the fact that I have like legit bangs. So I'm curious as to how it's gonna look. I am attempting to just like twist it with the bangs, like no middle part or anything. So we'll see what happens, child. I don't know what's gonna happen or how it's gonna look tomorrow, but I'm hoping it comes out nicely. Oh my gosh, this is always like the best moment and the best feeling because it's like, whew, I made it to the promised land. I made it to the finish line. Alrighty, here's my bang. It's just the bang. Now that my hair is done, I'm gonna go ahead and have some dinner, park it on the couch for a little bit, put a heating pad on my pelvis so that my cramps can go away, and then go to bed. I will check back in with you tomorrow. Hopefully it's fully dry. This product seems a little bit thick, so I'm hoping that it is like completely dry by the time that I like have to take it out tomorrow because I gotta shoot something for a partnership. So it better look good and it better be dry. So I will be back tomorrow with the dry takedown. Okay, so we are back. And I actually didn't take my hair down the day after. This is I guess 2 days after, or like, yeah, it's Saturday. I did my hair on Thursday night. I'm taking it out now Saturday morning. You know, a lot of things happened yesterday and I just was like not in the mood to shoot. I was not in the mood to take my hair down. So here we are. And it was still a little bit damp when I woke up anyways on Friday. So I was like, whatever, it's fine. I'll just do it Saturday morning. About to head out to brunch. And so I'm gonna make this kind of quick, this part kind of quick. So as you can see, I was putting some oil on my hair. So I was using this oil, which is actually almost done. The Carol's Daughter Goddess Strength hair oil. And I just put it on my hands so that now I can take the curls down. So I'm just gonna twist it the other way. All right, yes, definition. But again, I'm like hoping that the shape looks okay with the twist out. I've only seen the shape with a wash and go. So I'm like, let's see. But it'll be okay, it'll be okay. Here, I'll come in a little bit closer as I take these out. Twisting it the opposite way and letting it unravel on its own. I definitely want to go in and get another trim just because, again, the like damaged ends, it's growing out, which is nice. So you can definitely notice the damaged ends compared to the others, like even more. Lots of definition in this twist out. I really am happy with this curling cream by Shea Moisture. It looks good. It looks very good. This is actually my first time using that curling cream, this curling cream for a twist out. In the past, I've used it for flexi rod sets. All right, now we have the twists. Now we have the twists unraveled. So what I'm gonna do now is separate them because obviously I don't want my hair to be this flat. It is day one though, so it's not gonna be as big as I would normally like it, but at least with me separating the twists, we can get a little bit more volume. So I'm just gonna give through. You might need to do a side part on this because the twist out definitely elongates the curls and I can't see. So again, when you're unraveling your twists, you want to twist in the opposite direction and then gently separate. All right, so I took my hair down to the best of my ability. I am so late, so I can't zhuzh it the way that I would actually like to show to you right now. So I will just film a little bit more either later today or tomorrow just to give you a look at the twist out in its entirety. But for the most part, as you can see, it is very defined, and even though it's not all the way out, it's still pretty voluminous, which is nice. So I anticipate it definitely like increasing in volume and whatnot as the day goes on. So I'm gonna run because I'm always late. So I'm home. It is about 9 hours after the last portion of my video, and I just wanted you to see my hair in its entirety because I feel like I kind of rushed out originally, but this is how my hair looks. As you can see, there's a bit more volume now. We're getting a bit more shape. I don't really love it with the bang when I do a twist out because the bang is too long. Also, this piece of hair always gives me issues. It's never defined, so it always looks raggedy scraggly, and it's showing up a bit more with the twist out than it would with a regular wash and go, so we'll see. But overall, this is how it looks. This is how my hair looks, and this is essentially day one hair. I can still kind of separate some of the pieces, but it looks good. It looks really good, and it's definitely different from day one hair when I do a wash and go. When I do a wash and go, day one hair is like really defined, really shiny, and I feel like this is giving a little bit more like, this is giving day three day three hair, but I like it. Day three hair is always my favorite, so I'm very happy. It kind of went out along the way. As you can see, I've obviously had a few cocktails today. I've had a few cocktails today, and I just love you so much that I decided to turn the camera on to showcase how my hair looks, because I felt so bad that I had to like take it out and then like run out, because we went through a lot. We went through a lot yesterday putting this twist out together. I told y'all a whole story about Fashion Week, all the things, and then for me to just take it out and just show it to you so quick. So let's get a bit closer. So this is the look, close up. And again, this is the look post twist out. Right now we are home, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it up. This is how I generally sleep with my hair. I'll put it up in like a pineapple type situation because I want it to actually last me for a few days. Hopefully it lasts me because I started working out again. So I have been sweating in my roots, but we're gonna put it up just one time with that, and then we're gonna get my scarf here. I know I need to take these big old earrings off. Okay, all right, there we go. So we have it in the pineapple, we have the silk scarf, making sure that the perimeter is nice and protected. And then I generally I'll show you what I do, but I'm not gonna do it right now because it's only 9 o'clock. Dave and I are gonna kind of watch TV, hang out for a little bit. And I wanna be a little cute while we hang out. So once I'm ready for bed, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go and put the bonnet over the exposed part of the hair, sleep on my silk pillowcase, and we are all set to go. So I'll check in again tomorrow morning so that you can see what it looks like and how, I guess, this technique helps me to protect my hair at night. Good morning, I'm back. As you can see, I was a little tired last night, a little tipsy, so I was like, I need to just record in the morning when I'm fresh again. So I'm gonna show you day 2 of my twist out. I actually edited the beginning portion of the video already, and so now I just need to finish it up and then post it. So actually I don't really need any oil right now because my hair feels very moisturized. So took it down. Y'all saw exactly how I wore it to bed last night. So that's how I protect my hair. Right. Yes. So I'm liking the look today. I feel like the moisture resurfaced as I let it kind of sit together last night. But I didn't mention yesterday that we were by water yesterday. So we were having brunch by water, and then we got drinks by water, and we were hanging out by the water, so the air is very moist. Not to mention yesterday ended up being kind of a humid day, so that added to the frizz and also giving more volume to my hair. But I'm not mad about it because I like how it looks. And I actually am fine with the bang portion. I think I was a little bit skeptical about it yesterday because it hadn't exactly kind of curled itself up at all, but I like how it's looking. I like this situation. I'm gonna move back a little bit so you can get a full look of the hair. But yeah, super quick, super quick. Let me just give you guys a close-up of it, how exactly it looks right now. Let me go to the other side. And yeah, I'm liking how it looks. I think I'm gonna do twist outs for the next few weeks. Kind of get used to them again because it's just easy, and I feel like it's a lot more moisturizing and better for my hair anyways than doing wash and go. So giving my hair a little bit of a break from wash and go for now, doing some twist outs, and yeah, so this is my twist out look, and I appreciate you sticking through this journey. If you watched this entire video and you made it to this point, in the comment section I want you to put ride or die, that you are one of my ride or dies. You watched the entire video, you were here, and I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm really trying to, again, just incorporate more of me into my channel. I know that I started out mainly showcasing hair routines, and that's what brought me to more popularity, but there is more to me than just hair, and I want to share that. So that's why in this video I did a chit chat along with me doing my hair, to hopefully bring you in to watch and care about what I have to say. So thank you again for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or feedback or suggestions for the next video from me, please be sure to leave it in the comment section below. If you like this video, obviously give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know my next video goes live, and I can't wait to show you guys the next video. Until then, I hope you have an amazing rest of your week or your weekend, whenever you're watching this video, and I will chat to you again next time. Thanks again.